Welcome, fellow Evercadians and retro enthusiasts. This is RetroKill-9, and you are watching the Evercade Effect. Before we begin here, please go ahead and follow me on all my social medias and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please also go ahead and you're going to want to watch my big retro giveaway up above if you haven't already. Alright, now we can go ahead and begin. So I'm going to go ahead and go through 3 consoles, and you'll need to stick to the end to see which one that I pick is number 1. So let's go ahead and begin!
Commodore 64 Family Pack, a value of $700 for just $499.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
If you haven't figured out by that commercial already, yes, the very first one I want to talk about is the Commodore 64, and I do sincerely apologize if you can't get that theme song out of your head, as it's been stuck in my brain. So, I never personally owned this console myself, but I did have a buddy. And it was pretty cool because the games, I mean, they were better than Nintendo graphics. They were better than any console at the time, and they were pretty unique. And yeah, you had to use a keyboard, and you could also plug in a joystick. And this would be great for the evercadeVS. My only stipulation is I want it to be so you can use the controllers and not have to use a keyboard. But hey, you could go ahead and plug in a keyboard to enhance the experience. I don't think the Commodore 64 is too difficult to emulate for, and I know there are a lot of people that really want this, so it wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, we need the Commodore 64. I would like to see this console be emulated next for the evercadeVS.
いよいよ登場今世紀最高の石頭 PC 原人ガラガラガラガラ続きだよいとジャンプだ宙返り噛みつけクション PC 原人だど
by Edison.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, I never saw any of those type of commercials here in the United States. The PC Engine, or also known as a TurboGrafx 16, but what I'm talking about specifically is the PC Engine because, you know, let's face it, in Japan, they got more games, they got the majority of the cool games. Here, yes, we got the Sega Genesis, but I want to say that PC Engine was about as popular here as the Sega Mega Drive was in Japan. And if y'all have watched any documentaries, you know how Nintendo muscled out a lot of other companies, and Sega really even had to fight to get space to sell their console. So yeah, this console did not really see the light of day here much. One time, somebody at school did bring the TurboGrafx Express. If you were a rich kid, you could go ahead and show off and do that. But yeah, so I did technically play it now that I think about it. I did play the TurboGrafx Express. There's so many good games. I mean, this is the king of shoot-em-ups. We need this. I mean, I would like to think that since Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis can be emulated, this shouldn't be too difficult. I think the trick to this is just going to be finding a license with a good amount of 5 to 8 games, and that would be awesome. So yeah, Blaze, please, we need this to go ahead and be the next, or one of the next consoles for the evercadeVS. Oh, and one last thing. Since we do have 4 players support, Bomberman, all the Bomberman games would be super awesome! Yes, I mean, sure, yeah, you can't do 5 players, but still, 4 players, good enough. Alright, and now, you've all been waiting for, I don't think this should come to any surprise, but this is going to be the last console, my number 3 pick, what I would like to see emulated on the evercadeVS next.
Re-experience the mind unbounded. Amiga, the first personal computer that gives you a creative edge.
So yeah, my third pick is the Amiga! That's a bizarre commercial, actually. I had to trim that down quite a bit. But yeah, I never played this console, never knew anyone who had this console, never played any games. I've seen bits and pieces here, and that's the reason I want this. This console is just one of those ones I never got to play. The Evercade is all about playing games that aren't as accessible, that are difficult. These consoles are very expensive if you can find even a working one. And so yeah, this would be totally awesome to have. The Evercade needs a very unique console like this. So that's why it's my number 1 pick. I have a feeling if Blaze could do it, put off a dedicated Amiga cartridge, that would just raise the stratosphere of the evercadeVS. This is definitely a must. We need this. I can't even think of any games for it. All I know is I want to play it more than anything, so that's my number 1 pick. So what I want to know is go ahead and put your comments below. What 3 consoles would you like to see for the evercadeVS? Do you agree with me? Do you have your own picks? I'd really like to know. And once again, please, please, please subscribe in the channel. We're building this together. You, me, the community. And, well, yeah, I created content. Bye-bye!